guest for the week is yet another one of the show folk. That is 3 in a row, which is probably too much, but we are coming up
The trifecta.
to the Cabaret Festival. Please, would you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Brendan Hanson, and Perth director, singer, actor. And yes, I've got a show in the International Festival coming up in June.
Brendan, you have listened to the last episode.
Yeah, I have.
What struck you?
I'm really concerned for Penny and Neil.
Oh, Neil.
Yeah.
But we're just friends by this point.
Oh, I don't know. I think Penny, she's insinuating that there needs to be more.
Oh,
Not that she's going to do anything.
No, but there was more.
Oh.
85, yeah. You need to listen to the back catalogue. No,
Were you triple gusseted for that one?
Probably, because it was definitely autumn, so I would have been at least triple. I don't think Neil went anywhere near the gusset region. Can we just keep it clean? What am I about to do? Jesus Christ Superstar. Yeah. Those
Beggar
shows.
Woman 2?
Leper.
Oh, Leper Woman, sorry.
First Leper.
First.
Excuse me.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, jeez. Have you ever done Jesus Christ Superstar?
No.
No.
I haven't. No.
Oh.
I would love to. I think I've got maybe a Herod, maybe a Pilate in me nowadays.
So that was last month, and I had an unfortunate experience with Chris, the medical
With the doctor.
student. With the
medical student. Yeah.
Great. Yeah, what was he thinking? So I've had so many conversations with people since about similar experiences, because there just wasn't the language about, are you comfortable with this? Consent. You're 15. Maybe, should we look for some blankets? Maybe I could find you a sofa to sleep on. Nothing. And some quite...
Just snuggle up here, babe.
Yeah, just snuggle up here and I know, narrow escape, I'd say, for him. And we are up to Sunday, June the 1st, 1986. More bloody revision. This actually potentially could be quite a boring month, because I think I've got exams. So I'm hopefully not out getting wasted.
But you've only got a week. You've only got a week worth of revision. Your exams start in a week.
Oh, okay. So then there'll be post-exam parties.
Yes.
Excellent.
That's what we're hoping for.
Went to rehearsal and got given 4 more lines to sing solo.
Yes!
Things are looking up. It was a very taxing rehearsal. I won't be able to speak tomorrow. Vocal rest, Penny, vocal rest.
A relief for your
4
family.
more lines, I say. Ruth came round tonight and we had a natter. She's got gastric flu now. Oh, yeah, so we were all vomiting.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes, you gave it to your whole family.
Yeah, I did. All of Joe's family had it too. So this night. It was Ruth's cousin Sylvia's 18th birthday party we were at. So I blame something. Something bad went down there. Sylvia is coming over next weekend with Malcolm. I think I'll have to talk to her.
What do you know about Malcolm?
No, so it was Malcolm and Sylvia's house that I stayed the night in with Chris. So am I going to have to ask what the fuck he was thinking?
Or are you going to be held to task for being a slurry?
Monday the 2nd, Lou and I went out at break and practiced long jump with bare feet in the sandpit. Unfortunately, the sand was wet, so we got soggy feet. So we dangled our feet in the stream to clean them off, much to the surprise of some first years. Quite outrageous in England to go around with bare feet.
Did you have your lashings of ginger beer in the stream as well?
We possibly did. So it was a stream at school. So to be barefoot at school was quite risque.
Wow.
It's not something that an Australian could possibly understand.
All right, showing your ankles.
What
century are we in again?
But Australians go around all the time with bare feet, right? It's just a thing.
Yeah. Sometimes you pop to the shops without any shoes on.
Well, frequently, yeah. But I remember some friends of ours who moved to France with their kids. He was a rugby player and he went to pick them up on their first day at school. It was hot, like south of France, hot. He just went in shorts and no shoes. And he said the way people looked at him. He said it was if he'd turned up with no underpants on. They were disgusted. Learned that pretty quickly. Lou recorded Dire Straits' Brothers in Arms for me. It's absolutely brilliant. So, ... sophisticated.
They had a tape to tape.
Or an LP to tape.
Yeah, wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Those were the days.
The best one is Your Latest Trick, which has got some really smoochy sax in it. I've just been reading my other diaries. They're hysterical. Okay, so I'm already looking back with horror at my 13-year-old self as a sophisticated 15-year-old. I'm sure I couldn't have written it. Tuesday the 3rd. We are getting 2 kittens.
Ooh, and there's a cute little picture of clouds and raindrops.
Yeah, cloud, doolittle. Yeah, sunshine.
Weather doodles.
It's important, the weather. As a West Australian, you can't possibly imagine how important the weather is, particularly in like May, June. At last, we have found some eligible kittens and we've booked them. Dad doesn't know yet, but never mind. We'll have to think of some good names for them. They are both tabby. Number 1 is Doctor and the Medics, Spirit in the Sky. It's a bit hippie, man. Is it?
A bit.
Is it?
Yeah, it's definitely stoner music. Or even acid music, really.
Yeah. Never thought of it like that. Chris, that's my brother, was a bit of a failure today. What?
Wow.
He was not made a prefect and he got a detention for being downtown during lessons. Naughty!
I
got Rebecca, Suni and Joe's tape today. It's bloody brilliant. Cain and Abel was on tonight. I recorded it. I am waffling. So Cain and Abel would have been, what's that? Jeffrey Archer, who was an English politician turned author.
Right, yes.
Cain and Abel. Rebecca, Sumi and Joe. So Rebecca was the really good singer at my school.
And the tape? So they made you a mixtape or something?
No, they would have maybe done a recording. They'd done a concert, so maybe they would have done a recording.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, very impressive.
Your competition.
Well, she was a few years older than me, and she was a mezzo. Thursday the 5th. I was too nervous/depressed to write to you yesterday. Oh dear. The exams weren't too bad today. Watched Cain and Abel tonight instead of revising. Amanda's dog is not going to have puppies. It was a phantom pregnancy. Poor Amanda. Saturday the 7th. Did you know that Lucy has got off with 31 different boys? My God, I thought I was bad enough.
Who's counting?
Well, she must have been counting.
Good on you, Lucy. No slut shaming.
31 boys.
And what do you mean by got off?
Oh, got off just means
snogged. Right, yeah.
It doesn't mean anything to do with getting your rocks off. It's a common misconception from my Australian listeners. There was nothing more to it than a gentle snog. Neil rang up this afternoon to see if I wanted to go to a barbecue tonight. I couldn't go. I wish he'd told me before. Babysat for Eloise. She is so cute. Sunday the 8th, went to church this morning to the family service. It was quite good. We sang Lord of the Dance and I played the guitar. Did I?
How? Do you still play the guitar?
Very badly. I think I've learned like 3 chords. Maybe the ones for Lord of the Dance.
That's all you need.
Did you do hymns at school?
No. Oh, well, I travelled around a lot as a kid. So at some point I was at Catholic schools and sometimes I was just at a state school. And in the Catholic schools, yes, with the nuns, there would be hymn singing. Yeah,
so I was quite gaudy at this age. I guess through school and then my mum, maybe we went to church, obviously.
So you're saying
and I liked the singing. Part of church.
Yeah, I did too.
Still do.
Actually, this time in around 1986 is when I became a happy clapper because I wanted to sing in the band.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Revised. Missed rehearsal. Gosh.
Ooh.
I don't know my geography. Okay, Monday the 9th. I am depressed, but not as depressed as I would have been if Ruth hadn't come round. As it was, we talked about my party. I still don't know when I can have it. Bum. I've got the guests all sorted out though, and the games. We will play Pass the Parcel, the Spoon and String game, Sardines, the Match game, Feeding People Jelly blindfolded, etc.
Excuse me.
Sounds good, eh? I'm going to call it Penny's Pubic Party. And then and then I put in brackets, I'm not really. Penny's Pubic Party. Jesus, Penny. So do you know what all those games are?
I know Sardines is quite, as a suggestion, is quite salacious. What is spoon and...
Spoon and string.
Spoon
I
and
think
string.
it's where you have a spoon attached to some string and you have to thread it down each other's clothes. So you're all
right.
like...
Ooh.
Ooh. And the match game, I think, was when you had a matchstick and you had to pass it mouth to mouth.
So basically the
And
kissing,
if
it's
it
the
falls
kissing
on
game.
the floor, it gets snapped in half. Yeah. Feeding people jelly blindfolded. That sounds
That's
saucy.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should revise that. We should. Maybe
Yeah.
that my next Christmas party.
Yeah,
Penny's Pubic Party.
with the family.
With with the neighbours. Even worse. I didn't tell you about Hydra, did I? Well, Daddy's boss and his family are coming to live in England, and they're going to visit us, and his son is 15 and very rich.
How fantastic.
He's also going to be very good looking. Going to be. And called Hydra.
Hydra, that's a name.
Actually, he's lying. He's called Tyler. But it is a bit like Hydra, isn't it? What
It's a bit of a stretch, Penny.
the fuck? His sister is 17 and called Serena. Ha ha ha. Oh dear.
It's just the comment and the attitude that she has about everything that is...
Yes, I'm glad we're talking about her in the third person.
Well,
That's
it's
where
best.
she should stay.
I think it's best. Disassociate while you can, Ben.
Exactly. Androceum and gynoecium. That was my revision for tonight. I'm going to wear a lucky bracelet tomorrow. That is desperation.
It sounds like you need all you can get, Pen.
Yeah.
She was quite superstitious. Young Penny.
Yes. God can't help me. Maybe my lucky bracelet will. Tuesday the 10th. Biology was actually quite nice. Wow. Saying that, I've probably failed. No, I don't really think I have. I could answer all the questions in the optional section, and we only had to do 3 out of 7. Art went okay this afternoon. I was quite pleased with mine. My picture, I suppose. I panicked tonight, and I needed to. Wednesday the 11th. What a day. Physics, French oral, and history. Well, I've failed history for a start. I wrote the biggest load of waffle you've ever seen. Physics wasn't too bad. It could have been better, but it could have been worse. A lot of people thought it was pukey. And I cocked up the oral completely. Went riding this afternoon on Sandy. It was gorgeous. Some people were doing a treasure hunt round Berwick. That's my village. 2 blokes stopped us and asked us what animals were petrified at the entrance of the farm. They are foxes, I think. So Ruth told them they were huskies. Petrified huskies.
Good on you, Ruth.
That's really funny. There were 2 stone foxes at the edge of one of the farms, which was stolen probably, 30 years ago now. They were stolen. Thursday, the 12th of June. I was in a complete panic this morning, and that's fairly unusual for me. That's all I've said this month.
You've either been in a panic or depressed.
Exactly. I was justified. Chemistry was absolutely foul. Revolting. By far the worst exam we've had so far. Swam all afternoon. Miss Gain had a fit because no one wants to play tennis on Saturday. They all want to go to the TAS Fete. TASS. I think that was something like Territorial Army Secret Service. I don't know. Some sort of schoolboy
Right.
paramilitary organisation.
Right, like cadets.
Yeah, cadets. That would be the equivalent. Edward and Toby came round this evening to deliver their biology prep to my mum. That would have been. My mum was their teacher. So my mum was a biology teacher at the local high school, which I didn't go to, but all my friends went to. So I went to the private school.
Is that where you got the accent from?
School?
Is that when you got so posh?
That is a really interesting question. I suspect more at Oxford than school. But maybe a bit of both.
Posh Penny. Do your mum and dad talk like you do?
No. My dad was from up north, so he had a bit of a northern accent from Southport. And my mum's got a pretty neutral accent, I suppose.
So why'd you become Posh Penny?
I don't know, Brendan. All right, I'm going to carry on. I'm going to do the rest of the podcast like that. All right. I don't know. Must have been. My school friends, you see, even though I went to a private school, my school friends were not all that posh, but my home friends who went to the local state school were all quite posh. They all lived on farms and went to points and
had ponies.
And had ponies. That's right. It's a very complicated thing, the English class system. Best not go there, Brendan, seeing as you're Australian. Best stay away. Okay, Friday the 13th. Ooh. Oh yeah, so Toby and Edward came round to deliver their biology prep, and we talked for hours about everything. They are coming to my party. Yeah,
whether they like it or not.
Heat! Sunshine at last! About time too. I sunbathed and swam and played tennis from 11 till 2. Went to see Joseph tonight. It was very funny, more like a pantomime than a musical. Ab's school went, the cast of Joseph anyway, so I'm also in a production of Joseph and his Technicolor Dreamcoat.
I'm suddenly a bit confused because you're doing that in the holidays, aren't you, Joseph?
Jesus Christ Superstar will be in the long summer holiday, but Joseph is at the boys' school.
Oh, right.
So I must have gone to see another production. Yeah. Natter to JP, he's really nice. He was wearing sunglasses and couldn't see anything. James Kroski actually smiled and said hello. Don't faint. Did you listen to that one?
It's so great. I really feel like the listeners need to see how animated your eyebrows are when you're reading this.
I'm just going to read you my favourite page from March.
Fuck. I fancy the bollocks off James Kroski, and I'm going up the wall because I haven't told anyone, and he practically ignores me, and I'm pissed off and depressed. And it doesn't help that Kat and Ellie are both getting off with their heart's desire all night, and even the squarest, most pathetic prat in my years got off with someone. I mean, that revolting. It wouldn't be too bad if A, he would talk to me, B, if I could tell someone, C, if I didn't fancy him. I hate him because he won't talk to me normally, but I'm still physically attracted to him in every way. Fuck!
So great.
I know. And then the next day, I've written problem solved. I no longer fancy you know who, and I'm very happy with myself.
I'm no longer climbing the walls.
So that's who James Kroski is. Saturday the 14th. It was gorgeous today, sunny all day. The butlers came over and we all went to the TASS Fete. It was bloody brilliant. Met Lou, Ellie, Katie, Tanuja and Pam. The first thing that happened was I got grabbed and shoved in jail.
How exciting.
Was that a thing here? So you could pay to have somebody, so I could pay and say, I want Brendan put in jail. It's just like a cage where people could then throw wet sponges at you. You stayed in for 5 minutes. It was a fundraiser idea.
It's great when it's sunny.
Great when it's sunny, and great when somebody comes and grabs you and picks you up. And
Woohoo!
So much fun. And also it means that somebody wants to, somebody's noticed you.
Yeah.
When I got out, I was completely drenched by Matt, who chucked a bucket of water over me. Oh, that's not playing by the rules, Matt.
No.
Lou paid for Jan Shotton to be put in jail. Ellie told him it was Louisa, and all he said was, who? That's so awful, isn't it? Lou said it wasn't surprising he didn't remember her. as he called her Joanna all evening anyway. That was the barn party. I think they snogged.
And didn't remember her name.
Didn't remember her name.
Is food a thing at the Fete? Toffee apples and
I don't know.
Pluto pups.
What are they?
Oh, well, corn dogs. So a hot dog coated in corn, deep fried. Very kind of American thing, but very much here in Australia. We call them Pluto pups.
Do you? I've never heard that. I've heard of a corn dog.
Yeah, no, Pluto pups. Well, over east they were. Anyway.
I don't think there would have been commercial food outlets there.
Ah, no fairy floss?
Probably a cake stall.
Ah, great.
So you would have bought cake.
I'd be there.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
It's all about the food. I just need to...
All about... I don't think there would have been any deep frying or... There wouldn't have been generators. Very low key. Went on the inflatable... Oh, there you go. So there was some sort of bouncy castle with Duncan and Mark Snow. There was a group of blokes who were playing in some military band. One of them came up and grabbed Katie. Ellie and I were so busy laughing, we didn't notice someone creeping up on us. We got put in jail again. The headmaster was in there too. He was completely soaked. We just got out and they grabbed us yet again. I was beginning to enjoy it by this time. They were quite dishy. Dishy, that's a new word.
You're thoroughly manhandled.
Yes. They were quite dishy, but I still kept struggling. Oh, God. James Crosskey spoke to me again. Wow.
It's on.
Listened to Tom's rock band on a Friday. It was bloody fantastic. So, On a Friday went on to become a very famous band headed by a man called Tom. Tom York. Okay.
Still drawing a blank.
Still drawing a blank. Radiohead.
Oh, wow.
Heard of them?
Rude.
At least I've said they were good. Just imagine I've been, they were a bit shit. Tom's bad. They'll go nowhere.
Nowhere, yeah. No hope.
No hope. I'm babysitting for Harry and. That's the end of the sentence.
Harry and irrelevant.
Harry and. Obviously got distracted. June, Sunday the 15th. Why haven't I done more div? So I think I've got an actual O-level coming up, Divinity. It was a gorgeous day, not a cloud in the sky. It was very, very hot and I'm pink all over. Well, nearly all over.
Bless her heart.
I have just read yesterday's entry and discovered that I never finished it. I never did. That's because Harry woke up and didn't feel like going to sleep again. Monday the 16th. Oh, so these are my results. French, 4. So we had this really weird system where 1 was the best grade and 7 was the worst. So 4 is not that good. English, 2. Geography, 2. French was a crappy mark and the others were good. Tuesday the 17th. Therefore, I tell you, do not be anxious about tomorrow, for tomorrow will be anxious for itself. Let the day's own trouble be sufficient for the day. A very apt quote, I think.
From?
Must be from the Bible, I think. I got a 4 in chemistry. But I was joint 4th in my set. God, so we were all shit. Lou got a 3. I got a 3 in physics. I was 1% off a 2, and I'm very pissed off. I got a 3 in maths and a 5 in history.
Whoopsie.
Shocker, amazement. And I got a 1 in biology.
Woo!
81% top in the year.
Gee, that's the one you did some revision for.
Funny that. It's funny how revision actually equates to doing better in exams.
Who'd it think?
Who knew?
Not you at 15. Not me at 15.
No.
No one at 15.
I was kind of getting there. Learning. Friday the 18th. Phew. I don't know. I think that... I've stuck my paper in. University of Oxford Delegacy of Local Examinations. Religious Studies. I've stuck it in. Answer any 5 questions. Do we want to go there? Jesus.
Give us one.
Just give us one. Okay, name a question and I'll read it out. Oh, there's 10 questions. I have to answer 5 of them.
Let's go 7.
Number 7. I did not answer this one. What evidence can be found in the synoptic Gospels to support the view that the Messiahship of Jesus was a well-kept secret? What reasons would you suggest could be offered for this secrecy?
Damn.
Fuck.
That's a lot. At 15.
At 15.
No wonder you didn't do that one.
No wonder. No idea what it means.
Which one did you?
Actually, one I did do.
One that you did do.
What does Luke tell us of A, the historical background to the birth of Jesus at Bethlehem, and B, the supernatural events associated with the visit of the shepherds? Relate what happened when the infant was presented to the Lord at Jerusalem. Wow. No, actually, I still couldn't do it.
Yeah. Defining the mysteries.
What advice did Jesus give on prayer, fasting, and almsgiving in the Sermon on the Mount? And why did he give this advice? Presumably, people needed it. Okay, next.
Blessed are all cheesemakers, right?
Blessed are the cheesemakers, for they shall inherit the world. Yeah. Was that the meek?
No, that's the meek.
June the 19th, Thursday. It wasn't too bad. My first ever O-level is done. Went babysitting tonight for David and Kate. Kate, 8 months, cried from 8:30 to 11. Well, not continually, but whenever I put her down, I'm very knackered and I'm not ever going to have children.
You lie!
Wow. Apart from the 4 that I had.
Did you make good coin out of being a babysitter?
I think I got £1 an hour.
And that equates, is that...
Now that's what I call music. Albums cost £6.
Oh, 6 hours for...
6 hours for one album, but then music was expensive and
yeah,
we valued it.
It was. I remember.
And now that's what I call music was one of those big double albums with multiple tracks on.
And all the lyrics.
And all the... Did they have all the lyrics?
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
I never read
Either
lyrics.
in the... or in the sleeve.
In the sleeve.
Printed on the sleeve or in the fold out of the album.
What was your first single you bought?
Oh my God.
Or album?
A Chipmunk album and Bucks Fizz.
Making your mind up.
You're making your mind
Making
up.
your mind up.
Yeah.
I was talking to Joe about that. It's Joe's show. It's the Eurovision show. It's Eurovision at the moment. He is there.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Living large.
And I said, I hope you're going to do Making Your Mind Up. And of course he is. And I said,
I
are you
didn't
going to do...
realise that was a Eurovision song.
Oh my God. It was the British entry. Bucks Fizz. Yeah, Eurovision.
Right.
Did they win? They may even have won.
Hey Siri. Did Bucks Fizz win Eurovision?
Suspense is killing me.
Winning the 1981 Eurovision Song Contest with the song Making Your Mind Up.
They did win.
They did win.
So you were into Eurovision before you even knew you were into Eurovision.
I never watched Eurovision. I'm definitely going to go and see Joe's show though. That will
Yes.
give me everything that I need, I think, to become a devotee of Eurovision.
I think it's time. Oh, so that was your first single? That's so sweet.
Yeah.
So my
Well, it was first album.
first album.
Yeah, on
I didn't even know they
tape.
had an album.
Yeah, it was an album.
Bless.
Yeah, I can't tell you what else was on the album.
Making Your Mind Up. And
I
I
should.
hope
It's
Joe's
the
going to
only
do
one
the...
that
Do you
I
remember
have.
when they took their skirts off?
No.
Oh my God!
I wish everyone
Brendan!
could see the look of shock and indignation on your face.
Because that was the best thing about the act is the two girls wore long kind of twirly skirts and at a certain point in the song they whipped them off and underneath they had like tiny little like netball skirts. I'm going to show you the video later.
Okay, great.
It will blow your mind.
Great. That was their stunt for
That was
Eurovision.
the stunt. Yes. We absolutely loved it. So, but you must have been really little there.
Yeah, I was like 8, 9.
Yeah. I love the fact that they were selling Bucks Fizz cassettes in Karratha.
And the
And
Chipmunks.
that you bought one.
And the Chipmunks.
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Alvin and the Chipmunks. Yeah. And it was only
What's their
there was
big
only
hit?
5 songs on there. Well, it was any current
Any hit.
hit just done with the
the
Chipmunk
Chipmunks.
accent.
Saturday the 21st. The longest day is over. Back towards winter. Summer solstice. Went to Stoke Mandeville Olympics today. So we had to help with it. we had to fill in school cards. So this would have been like the Paralympics, but in a much smaller scale before there was such a thing. So Stoke Mandeville Olympics. We had to fill in school cards, retrieve shots, javelins, etc. They seemed to have lots of other help though. Sarah and I were on shot put first. Oh yes, I forgot to say that it is for physically handicapped people only. On our next shift, we had to help the caravan. I don't know. But all the man told us to do was lie down and look attractive.
Oh my God.
Oh, I wonder if that was the fundraising thing. I wonder if that's where you'd signed up to give, I don't know, what caravan. So we sunbathed for 2 hours. What a shame.
Oh my God.
Just lie down and look attractive.
You look
teenage
attractive, girls.
Today has made me appreciate how lucky I am. Everyone, well, the men anyway, kept asking if we wanted to stay to the disco, but we couldn't. One of the other rangers there, called Vicky, was very nice. The others were a dead loss. It's a bit of gratitude there. That's something, isn't it? Mm. This evening I went swimming for ages, and then Sarah and I went to the fair in Wallingford. It was Carnival Day, and we met everyone and spoke to them all.
Everyone at the fair, at the carnival.
We met everyone. Literally everyone. Like Mark Vincent. I said hi, and he looked at me and said, "Fucking hell," in an amazed tone of voice. Oh, okay. Do you know what's going on there?
This is great. You're assuming that he's flirting with you? Yes.
Yeah, so he was the boy at primary school that we all fancied. You know, there's always one. That was Mark Vincent. And so I think the implication is that now he's looked at me and thought, I'm looking better. Met everyone from JC Superstar and Amy and Alice. Then we ran off before I turned into a pumpkin at 10:15. Sunday the 22nd, rehearsal was good. Eric had his annual lecture about commitment, etc. Monday the 23rd, had a rehearsal for Joseph tonight. It was bad. Rehearsal for the concert on Friday was even worse.
I'm not quite clear about what you're playing in Joseph, though.
I'm just in the chorus.
Just in the chorus, Penny? Did
Okay,
we use that expression?
Hey, Brendan, I'm in the ensemble for Joseph.
Did you go to Whopper? Yeah.
Ellie, Lou and I worked out some of our synchro swimming moves. It was brilliant fun. Oh dear, and then I've put, I am unloved.
Oh, Penny.
Eye roll.
But you'd be totally fit with all of this swimming.
I was very fit. I did a lot of sport. I just hadn't really developed my womanly curves then, Brendan. It's not a problem I have now. I'll say I've got the opposite problem now. Not very fit, quite curvy. Wednesday the 25th. Tuesday was so boring, I just had to miss it out. I got a 2 in my art. Now I go through all my marks, not reading those all out again. So my only 1 grade was biology. Not too bad, I suppose. It could have been better. Boring. Had a meeting after school about Midsummer Night's Dream.
Ooh.
I'm going to audition for Oberon, I think.
Ah.
Why?
Not Titania.
I think
No Titiani for you?
I think I felt like I was more likely to get a boy's part.
All right.
Being
okay.
tall and having short hair.
Did you have short hair at this point?
Have you not seen the photos?
I'm going
I'll
to
show
see
you
them
later.
though. Thank you.
They are... Yeah. You should check out, for anyone listening, you can check out the Instagram page.
Oh my God.
Diary_of_. You get the picture. Just type in Diary of a Diva podcast on the Insta and it will come up. There are photos of me at this age. No one has any idea why I didn't have a boyfriend.
At this point, I had a frosted mullet.
Wow, did you?
I did.
I think I almost had, I had a mullet,
did.
but it was not frosted.
No, I actually, when you invited me to come and be a part of this wonderful podcast, I found my old diary, and in it,
A photo?
yeah, pictures from the productions that I did that year. In
86?
In 86. And I've got different shades of mullet.
You
but it's
need
all
to send me
mullet.
those and I will put them on the Insta for sure. We can see Brendan in all his 80s glory. Had a rehearsal for Joseph tonight. It shouldn't be too bad, actually. Only... Oh, God. It's like a broken record. I'm a bit depressed. Because...
What are you depressed about now,
I
Penny?
fancy James Crosskey like mad. Tell us something we don't know, Penny. I've been pretending I don't fancy him.
You're climbing up the wall again.
Ali Simpson is brilliant as Pharaoh. I had complete hysterics. We have to scream a lot anyway, so that's all right. I've got a cold. Friday the 27th. It was the concert tonight. It went really well. I sang Edith in Climbing Over Rocky Mountains with chamber choir. I found it hard not to do the actions and the dancing. So last year I've been in Pirates of the Penzance.
And no mention of the other sisters. It's just about you playing Edith.
Yes.
And that's
about
obviously
me.
the
So
starring
somebody,
role,
as
Edith.
we know, must have sung Mabel in that.
Yes.
Which is, oh no, did she sing in... Oh yeah, she does. She does.
Yeah. So that's her entry.
Had a rehearsal after school. It was hysterical. Everything is hysterical. Mr. Crozier is really a koala bear. Tried to make us dance. It was painfully simple. But none of the boys could do it. You would have been able to do it, Brendan.
Oh, I don't know.
It is F blank 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 G hot. Suddenly stopped the swearing. I'm sweating just writing this.
He's got you hot under the collar, Penny.
James. Saturday the 28th. It's still bloody hot, but hazy. Went to Oxford today, met Lou. We had a really good day. We both bought a dress and some shoes. I decided it was time I had a proper, nice dress.
Oh, gorgeous. How did you pay for that? Was that from your babysitting money?
Babysitting money, and I think I got a clothing allowance. I think my parents gave me... Yeah, I think I was supposed to buy my own clothes. I think I was given money for clothes. And other bits and pieces. I also bought the music of chess.
That's great.
Yeah, and some singing music. Bought some espadrilles for Mum's birthday. We had lunch in Christchurch Meadows. It was so lovely. Aww. Saw Andy Stacey in Phoenix holding 2 dresses.
Fancy.
Saw Kat, JP and Sam. Sam looked completely vacant. I think she was tiddly. We both wanted to catch the 4 o'clock bus. Lou's arrived, but mine didn't. We waited ages and then went and asked a man who was doing a drink kiosk. A fatal mistake. To cut a very long story short, and to prevent you from cringing too much, I found out that the bus leaves from a different place now. Oh, you see, back in the day, young people listening to this, it was a nightmare. You never knew when the bus was coming, where it left from, and then if you missed it, what then? You were stuffed.
You had to wait another day.
You'd have to sleep rough in Garfax Tower. I got hassled by about 200 men. My blue skirt misbehaved itself and embarrassed me. I missed millions of buses, God knows how. And then I had to be picked up by Daddy. It was not a pleasant experience.
How was your skirt misbehaving?
Would have caught the wind. So I would have had to find a phone box, call my dad, who would not have been happy because we lived a good half-hour drive from Oxford. So he'd have had to drive in, pick me up and drive home. This evening, Chris and I went to Ruth's where there was a huge barbecue and a disco. Ooh. Sylvia, Malcolm and Ralph were there too. Malcolm did nothing but stir things and tease me all evening about Chris. That's Chris from the party. Yeah. Chris, my brother this time, found out about it. He didn't know before. Ruth and Chris got off with each other, capital letters. Scream of the year. They will never live it down.
That's a great little segue out of you being with the other Chris. I thought you were in trouble there for a second. Now you've got the dirt on them.
Yeah, now I've got Chris and
Leverage.
Ruth. Got home at 2 o'clock. Sunday the 29th. Did sweet FA today, except go swimming, and feel ill everywhere. Due to a cold, not a hangover, by the way. I wish I was older.
Oh, bless her heart.
I still write that in my diary.
I wish I was older.
I wish I was older. I'm only 53. God help me. Why can't I be older? Oh, that's so funny. Anyway, last day, Monday, the 30th. Very short entry. I was ill all day, stayed at home, sunbathed, watched Wimbledon. By the way, I want Boris Becker to win. Yeah, well, thank you very much for being my guest.
Oh, it's been a pleasure. I think Teenage Penny is outrageous.
Just tell us quickly about your cabaret that is coming up. I mean, people in the future will be listening to this and they'll have missed it.
Yeah, they will have missed it.
But
it's called Leave It to the Keeper, the songs my fathers taught me. And it's about all of the men, particularly my dad, and the influence that they had on me as a singer and as an artist. My dad named me after a footballer and a cricketer. Brendan Edwards
Bless.
and Ian Craig, the Test cricketer. And I think he had high hopes because he was very good at both of those sports. And I came out painting, singing, dancing me with all of my jazz hands and everything. I'm outdoorsy, but I'm not a sports person.
yeah.
I couldn't kick a football until I'd done my dance training at Whopper. It's true.
That is a great
That
quote.
is very true.
We better shut up.
Yeah,
Because I
let's
think
shut
the pizza oven is... Has Jack cooked for us yet? That's the question. But thank you very much, Brendan. It's
Pleasure.
been an absolute delight, and I cannot wait to see you in action in your cabaret.
And ditto to see you in your singing this repertoire. How exciting.
And if anyone wants to follow on Instagram, I've already mentioned it, but it's there. Just look it up. And if you want to recommend this or give us a review, I've got some really weird reviews from people that I think are bots who say things like, a very informative podcast. No, it's not. What are you talking about? So if you're an actual person and you can write an actual review and you actually like it and give it 5 stars, otherwise, quite frankly, don't bother, then please do that and recommend it to a boring friend of yours who you think needs it. That's what I'm saying. Okay.